What is up, everybody? MonkeyPuzzle here, and welcome to episode number 23 of the IronMine ARK server cluster. I'm just doing a little bit of last-minute prep for today's episode, getting a little metal to take over to my lighthouse base to repair my scuba gear. And I just thought I'd start now because I wanted to remind you all, as I've been reminding myself, that you can now use an Argentavis to carry an Anki. So that is awesome. So that's really helpful for going and gathering metal or crystal or whatever with the Anki. It's almost like they're one beast now. Look at that. I can put it down. The Anki is overweight right now, so it can't move. But the weight on my Argentavis is actually higher than the weight on my Anki. So I can use the Argentavis to move the overburdened Anki around. I've also got a whip on me, which is formerly what I used for this purpose. Oh, and something is attacking us. What could it be? Stupid ants. I didn't mean to hit you, Anki. But another thing I can do is I've picked up some obsidian along the way, and the Anki does not have a weight bonus for that. Let me see if I can take all that, and I can put it over on the Argentavis, and check it out. See, it's 100 on me in the Anki. It's 50. It's halved on the Argentavis. So we just reduced the overall weight we're carrying by quite a bit just with that little transfer. So that's pretty handy as well. Anyway, I'm going to finish this up. I'm going to get these last couple nodes of metal, and then I am going to join you for the rest of today's episode. So yeah, mainly what we're going to do today is enter the tech age, at least a little bit. We're not going whole hog. I'm not going for the IronMine suit or any of that stuff right now, but I have been talking with you guys about some stuff that I really wanted to explore. Of course, my biggest incentive was getting the tech transmitter, which you saw me make one of last time. We're going to make a couple more of those today for greater ease of transferring between the different servers in the cluster, which is just amazing. And it helps a lot for transferring resources and moving dinos around. So we're going to put those to good use. Also, I really am interested in the vacuum compartments for building underwater. So the reason I need some metal right now for my scuba gear is because I went around the whole island last night, all of Ragnarok, on an ichthyosaur. First time I actually made the whole circuit underwater. And I was looking for places that I want to build underwater. And I saw some interesting things, so I'm going to show you that today as well as soon as I get my gear repaired. And we're going to go over the Aberration first as soon as we make a few things. And just wanted to show you some of the upgrades from this whole new entry into the tech world. So I will see you in a minute. All right, over here at the lighthouse, I got that nice load of metal all smelting up. And in here, you can see the evidence of my exploration last night. It's been a long time underwater. So we're going to get all these all repaired up. And we're not going to go on the journey quite yet because we have a few things to do first. But while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and grab a bunch of black pearls because a lot of the tech stuff needs that. And this is the place where I have the black pearls because near here is a very easy place to get them, which I've shown you all before. But let me know if you don't know, and I can remind you. I was building motorboats with them last time, so I think I'm going to take most of these, as long as the bird can carry it. See how we're doing. And then I'm going to meet you up at the green obelisk. I'm going to make a quick stop first over at Monkeyheim, because I have been stacking up on polymer there, and I'm going to need a bunch of that too. Up here at Monkeyheim, you can see how great the place looks like with the banners up there from the boss fight. Got those adorning the two little towers there. So that's cool. But up here, I have been stockpiling polymer because from all this, making all this upgraded gear, I've been realizing I need large amounts of it and it's hard to craft a bunch at once. So I've just been crafting it incrementally. That should be a good haul for now. Take down there. Maybe I'll grab one more set of it. I've got some metal nodes right out front of here, so and some obsidian nodes. So every time I come up here, one of the first things I do is just harvest those and then get them crafted. So I've always got some polymer, but not the most efficient way to do it, but just one way to keep it coming. And it looks like I put too much on there. See down there. Alright, there is all that polymer. We're just starting a little stockpile here. So you can see I'm back at the Rex breeding area. There are my champions from the last 2 boss fights. Did it with the group and then did it solo. And here is a way that we're going to save a bunch of element. We have a S Plus Tech replicator that was made for the group. So that saves me what it would take to make one of these, which is, let's see, it's this much stuff. So that's going to save me 100 element right off the bat, just doing all my crafting over here. So it does mean some logistics of getting all my supplies here, and I'm about to make that easier in just a second too. You'll see in this chest over here, I've got my whole stash of element. So minus the transmitter that I made last episode, this is all of it. I got some more of the trophies in here as well. So let's run back over there and drop this stuff in that chest. So I just put a little metal storage box down here, put my name on it. The server is cool enough that nobody steals from anybody, so I can feel safe putting my stuff in here. So let's transfer all that over to there as well. Woo, this is full of goodies. I'm going to take a few of these. Let's take like 4 of them. And then I'm going to head over to the obelisk over there, and I've got even more materials over there that I harvested over on Aberration, because some places are obviously more metal rich than others. You're seeing me harvest metal in several ways here today, but the easiest ones are at my Aberration base and at the Blue Obby on the island. I built that keep over there on top of that ice mountain that's just full of metal nodes and obsidian nodes and crystal nodes. And I can just upload those into the terminals and then download them. And now that I can make the transmitters, I can put those wherever I need them to be for most convenient for transferring stuff. So just for now, I got to come over here until I make another terminal to be over by that replicator. But you can see over here in data, I have quite a bit of stuff. So I'm going to download this. It takes a while on the server. We're actually about to transfer to another server hub that should be a little quicker with this and not take that second there. But anyway, I'm going to do a little bit of this, a little back and forth. I'm going to put some element up in there. Oh, right, we can't transfer element. But what we have done, and this is a good time to show that, is I actually added a mod that allows you to transfer element between servers. Because within our PvE cluster, there didn't seem to be any reason why we shouldn't be able to move element around. So you have to have a proxy item to do that with, since you can't put element in the transmitter. So I'm going to learn this element scroll and element shard scroll. I don't have any shards yet. You can also do this with some of the trophy items that you can't transfer to. I did disable the ones for the artifacts because I didn't want people to be able to go into a dungeon and then be able to take like 5 artifacts at once using this method, because you can only carry 1 in your inventory at a time. But this should allow now for turning elements into element scrolls. Let's see. So yeah, I can make a bunch of those. Woo! Okay, and then let's see what happens with that now. So now I've got a stack of 40 element scrolls, which represents 40 element, and that can be transferred into the terminal, and then I will be able to transfer that back once I use it somewhere. So in case I want to make something on Aberration or somewhere else, I don't have some element, now I can grab some from here. And I forget the exact name of the mod, but it's something simple like the element and tribute transfer mod. All right, anyway, I got some work to do, and I will see you back at the replicator. Oh, and last thing is that the Argentavises also have the weight of metal ingots now. So that's pretty cool as well. Oh, and crystal as well. Alright, so I got my little crafting stash box here full of stuff. Not nearly enough metal actually for all the crafting I want to do, but we'll remedy that in a second. This other one that has somebody else's stuff, I put a little asterisk in front of the name because in S Plus, Structures Plus, when you pull, if there's an asterisk in front of the name of an inventory, it won't pull from that one. So I can pull now and know that I won't be taking from that other one. So one of the first things I want to make here is another transmitter. And we get a choice between the vanilla and the Structures Plus, the S Plus one. The difference is you can pick this one up and you can't pick this one up. This one, the animation stays on all the time, but it's quiet. It doesn't make noise. This one you can turn on and off. And this one has, the S Plus has another functionality which I've turned off, where you can scan for all the dinos on the server and see their levels and know where they are, which I think is just a little OP. So I've turned that off. But we're going to go ahead and make the S Plus one right now. So I have pulled for that craft. Look at all the materials it's going to use. The 80 black pearls, 250 crystal, 40 element, 2,500 metal ingots, and 320 polymer. Oh, and I need to put one element in here to power the replicator. So it costs one to craft anything. So it's good to do all your crafting at once. Let's get back to the transmitter. We should be able to make that one still. So let's do it. Oh, we have to turn on. Obviously, I have not done this much. And you can make anything else in here too that you can make in a smithy or a fabricator, I believe. So, and this has 600 slots and it's super fast. So now we have another transmitter. So that's cool. So with this now, oops, how did I get in there? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can place this down here somewhere just temporarily. I'm not going to leave it here. Let's just put it right there. And instead of going over the obelisk to transfer things, I'll be able to transfer straight from here. I just got some junk in there now and that element to here. So that'll save me the trip to there. And then I can pick this up and I'll use this elsewhere on the map next. But I'm going to leave that there for now. And then the other thing I want to make right now is a generator, a tech generator. So they're not the most efficient, but there's something I want to use them for back on Aberration for sure. And for the vanilla vacuum compartments, you need this to make them work. So we're going to go ahead and pull the materials for this and then go ahead and make that. And there we have a tech generator. So that's pretty cool too. Now I think we will have used up, nope, wrong thing. Most of our metal. So we need to get some more metal to make some more stuff. I want to make the vacuum compartments and I want to make I was thinking maybe we'd splurge on one saddle and do the rock drake saddle, maybe. But let's see, for the vacuum compartments, let's see, we've got the S Plus ones and the regular ones, the vanilla ones as well. We also have the moon pool in both versions. And then I think in the tech stuff, there was also, S Plus also offered you a sloped one. Yes, that's there. So can be crafted in the replicator. I didn't see that there. Let's look up slope. Okay, so we can do that one. So, and these do use a significant amount of metal, but not the 2,400 that those last two things used. So let's go ahead and pull to make, let's do the S Plus ones because they do offer more features. I'm sure I can't make that many, but that'll pull for as much as we can. So let's make at least one vacuum compartment. And then I guess that's it. We're done. We need to go get some more metal. All right, so I'm going to take that with me. We're going to play with those pretty soon. And let's go now. Actually, I can just go from here. Let's go back to Aberration. So let's travel there. I think I'm good. It's always good to save the world first before you go, because this thing can cause crashing behavior sometimes. So if we need to roll back, I can do that. Always good to save. So travel to another server. Let's go to Aberration. All right, that takes a minute, but it's all good. Let's go to the Blue Botanical Base on Aberration. My favorite spot here. It takes me a minute to fully load in and get back up above the foundations. Okay, and we're in, and check this out. It is not a normal bed that we came to. This is that we spawned in. This is the sleeping pod. I forget what's the exact name of this thing. It is, I can't even get the name on it. Tec Sleeping Pod, yes. So check this thing out. We can lay in it. And I am cryogenically sealed, safe to log off. But it's not powered. So if this thing is powered, it can give me XP. And now that I have 15 more levels that I can gain, it's going very slowly. So gaining XP while I am offline would be very cool indeed. Almost a little OP, but that is built into the vanilla game. So we're going to do it. And I'm just coming back from the future because when I recorded that, I neglected to say that these were made by Ormondon. He made one for everybody on the server, or at least everybody who did that last boss fight with the rock whale boss. So very cool. Thank you, Ormondon. That was very generous. So let's go ahead up here and let me show you the addition I have here. Is now I have one of the S Plus tech transmitters as the center of my blue obelisk base here. And let's just take a look from the outside. And I think it actually complements the design of the place pretty well. They have this nice beam of light going right through the center. We had a little mishap where Eco's Aberration decor didn't load in one time, and we lost all of that. It's back. I can put it back, but it cleared this garden out a little bit, which is cool because that gave me space to put this in. So this is the S Plus one. It's on all the time, but I can't shut the animation down, but it's not making noise, and I can pick it up and move it around, take it outside if I want to download a big creature. So over here, I've got a box. Let's see if I can get on top of it. That is full of metal because the blue zone here on Aberration is just chock full of metal. Every single one of those rocks with a little bit of blue in it is metal. I've got my industrial forge over there. So it is not a big deal to get a ton of metal here. And now I have a way that I can easily transfer it over to the other servers. I'm a little limited by weight here. Looks like, why was I carrying? Oh, that was in there. That was something I downloaded from before from a project. So I'm a little limited by how much I can put on my person. So it's only, it looks like 3 stacks at a time. But now I can go over here to data. And you see this server. Oh, that's only doing 1 at a time. Oop. And you can't restack in here. So I got to take those back out. I guess I just got to do the drag and drop. You can see how fast it is here. Much faster than the Ragnarok server. So we're going to change Ragnarok over to this same one. But I can load this up and then download over there by the replicator. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to wait. I'm not going to take up your time doing that. But that's how I can easily get metal anywhere now from here. I can also do that from the Blue Obby Forge Keep over on the island. And transferring all kinds of stuff back and forth like that. So that's become really easy. So to power that bed now, oh, and I need a guy on my shoulder. I actually dropped a Shine Pet over at the dino breeding area, but that's all right. He'll be safe there, he or she. But you got to have one here if you go outside. So let's put down this tech generator. And now, so these have a range, I think, of only like two foundations. And they're wireless. You can set them to go more, but then they use more elements. So I guess I want to put this fairly close to here. I'm not sure exactly where I want it. I would like it so it could power some of this other stuff too, but I don't know if the wireless range is really going to work for it. So maybe for now, we'll just kind of hide it back here. And it's the S Plus one, so I can always pick it up. Oh no, I did make the regular tech generator, but I can pick it up with the demo gun and put it in the conversion thing. And that will change it into the S Plus one that I am able to pick up and move around. So I could use that hard-earned boss element in order to power this thing, but I don't want to do that. One element lasts 18 hours in the tech generator, and it goes up significantly if you increase the range, the wireless range of the generator. So I don't want to use my boss element for that. You can actually craft element here on Aberration, here in these little charge nodes. So I've got a couple of them nearby me that I've got set up. I've got 16 batteries in these, and apparently this is going to take the charge from 8 of them. And so this recipe is not actually too bad at all. We got 15 blue gems, the 8 charges from the batteries, oh, I don't have the congealed gas balls in here. Okay, I gotta add that. That messes up my spacing. All right, yeah, I was hoping to have extra batteries in there so that I would save 5 minutes it takes them to charge up, but I'll be right back with some more gas balls. All right, I got it set up now. So here's the full amount of things. So again, we talked about 15 blue gems, the charge batteries, the gas ball, 20 element ore. So you can see I only have enough here for crafting 1, but I can get element ore either on the surface or down in the bottom of the red zone. Probably the surface is easier for me with my mega knots. So now I have a reason to do that. And then 20 of the green gems, and then 10 of the red gems. And the only thing that's really difficult of any of that besides going up and getting the element is the red gems. I just got to go down to the red zone to get there. It's probably a good reason to set up a base down there, which these vacuum compartments actually, well, at least the S Plus versions also are radiation proof. So that might be helpful if we need to set up somewhere where there is radiation. But for now, I'm good for a bunch of crafts. So I'm going to go ahead and make this one. So that's supposed to give me 3 element, I believe. And there's going to be a downtime of this station. The charge station itself is going to need to recharge, and then it's going to need to recharge the batteries. And so, like I said, I was trying to keep an extra set of batteries in there, but I guess the gas balls are going to do that. But that's all right. So I think every 43 minutes I can make 3 element in here. So that's not a ton, but I can, I've got 2 of these guys nearby, and there's lots more of them closer, and 6 of them give me enough for 4.5 days worth of runtime. So that should get me quite a ways. So let me make it over here, and I'll check in with you in just a second. And you can see after that craft that this charge node has shut down. The little green bar on top has gone all the way down. So yeah, that's a bit of a cooldown, but if I'm hanging out here doing stuff and I do that craft twice, that's enough to get me through more than a whole week of running it. And I don't even know if I'm going to run it constantly or not, but let's go check it out real quick to see what that does and if it's worth it. It will also run the Stuctures Plus NPC stuff. And this thing keeps shrinking. Gotta fix it by picking it up and putting it back down. Stretches out again, and then switch it to auto close only. All right, so we got 6 element on us that we just made. Let's go ahead and stick it now in the tech generator and fire it up. All right. So this thing is running. All right, that's really an annoying animation. Does it have to do that the whole time? That's really silly. Okay, and then can we set stuff? Yeah, there's the range. And, okay, well, I guess it's showing the range right now. Let's see. And this, like, is the vanilla one. Okay, stop making that animation. Oh, and now no, that's it. I thought that might be the sleeping pod doing that, but it's doing its thing. So it's got a bunch of particle effects. We can, let's see, let's show the range. Okay, so that is the range. Let's see how far it gets out. It's out Not very far at all. So it's within this ring right here. Let's see upstairs if it's getting the farmer and the item collector. There's not a worry if you don't have Stuctures Plus. So it looks like it is getting the item collector. It's powered. The farmer is not powered, but I could move him in a little bit. So that would save me from having to make Callian soup. And this one uses propellant. And then the nanny downstairs uses honey. None of that is really a big deal. So let's go ahead and hide the range. And then this switches the range, I guess. But there is the radius options. Ah, here we go. This is what I wanted. Okay, so minimum to maximum. Let's see what the maximum looks like. Although that would use way too much element. Let's just see how far it goes out. Oh, is that one of my beetles? No, that's a wild one. So that's the max. I lost the thing, but it went out pretty far. But that would use way too much element up, and I don't really want to use it for that. So let's go ahead back to the radius options and set it to the minimum radius, which is cool. So that's back into that smaller thing. Hopefully it won't keep showing the range too long. And now what I wanted to see is if I lay on this bed, that thing's noisy too, what it does for my XP. So look at that. I am gaining XP just passively lying in here. And it looks like it's at a pretty decent rate. So I could log out now and gain levels, which is pretty amazing. So that's what I made this for. Well, it looks like I put it in kind of crookedly. So let me get out of here. And then let's go ahead and pick this up. Take out our 5 element we got left. We're going to lose 1 element in this testing. But let me see if I can pick it up with the demo gun right here. Okay. So it's same tech generator. Hopefully it's just going to pick that up. Yes. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I want to compare that to the S Plus one, which will at least I know will be quieter. So we got the converter here. Let's go ahead and throw that generator into the converter. Convert all. I don't know the engrams to convert. So let's get the tech generator. And we need to learn the S Plus one. Is there an S Plus one? Okay. Well, so there is no S Plus tech generator seemingly, unless I'm missing it somehow. Nope. Okay. Well, that's the one we got. So you can't easily pick them up and put them down. You can do it with the demo gun, obviously. But yeah, we're just going to put that here. We're just using it for the bed. And if it works for the S Plus NPCs, that's not too bad either. But so I'll only fire it up when I go to sleep and log off. So that's only going to be its main use. I don't think I could stand being near it anyway, because it's just like such a particle generator and noise maker. All right, so we'll just put that element in there, and then that will be ready for us next time we log off. So that's going to help us get to level 115, this whole setup right here. All right. One last thing I wanted to check out with these tech generators, since I'm new to them. So I wanted to see if you can hook them up to cabling, because it's like so expensive to just increase their wireless range, and cabling is not that big of a deal. Can you just power everything from them with cable? I don't seem to see any snap points here, so I think that answer is no. So I think that's kind of bunk. You should be able to hook them up to cable. I mean, you can do that with a regular one, why not this one? And it's too expensive to use the full wireless range. So yeah, that's not going to solve my problem of having to cable out to the industrial forge out there, which gets broken every time the dinos have a fight. But that's okay, I'll live with that. So those are some upgrades right there. Took us a little bit of shuffling materials around and stuff, but we're learning stuff about the tech things that we want to use and getting them set up and getting materials much more easily transferred around. So I think we've run out of time on this episode. Check out the underwater stuff. So I'm going to keep recording right now, but I'm going to do that in the very next episode. So thank you, everybody, for watching until the end of this episode, and I will see you in the next one. And we probably should log out like this today, guys. Oh, I know the thing's not turned on. That's okay. I'm going to get back up and keep recording. But from inside here, can I do emotes from in here? No. Oh, I can. Yeah. I'm in my little coffin. All right, y'all. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.